Good morning and a very warm welcome. You are watching JanataTelevision and this is the English Bulletin with me, Sushant Dhaka. The top stories first. Prime Minister Oli's health normal, treatment to complete by next week. Deuba says government trying to impose communist rule, urges public to protect democracy, human rights and media freedom. Brick kiln operators against new regulations. Registration and renewal of license becomes more complicated. UK Prime Minister suspends Parliament. Surprise move sparks outrage. And Bhadra into third round of US Open. Venus Williams clashes out. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli's health condition has been reported to be normal. Prime Minister Oli has been receiving treatment for his ailing health in Singapore since last week. He is undergoing plasmapheresis treatment, informed Bishnu Rimal, Chief Political Advisor to the Prime Minister. Prime Minister Oli's personal physician, Dr. Divya Shah, who returned home yesterday, said Oli's treatment will be completed by next week. Nepali Congress President Sherbhadra Deuba has warned of the impending danger of turning Nepal into a communist state by the government led by the Nepal Communist Party. Speaking at a program in Lalitpur yesterday, Deuba said there is a sense of insecurity among the public that the government is trying to impose communist rule because it has curtailed the fundamental rights guaranteed in democracy. Stating that the government is against democracy, human rights and media freedom, Deuba also urged the public to unite against the government. Deuba said a time has come to protect democracy, human rights and press freedom. He also urged one and all to join Nepali Congress campaign to protect the rights of the people. The increase in traffic jam along the Kotesar section of Kathmandu-Bhaktapur Road has frustrated not just the commuters but also the traffic police. Commuters have to leave their homes hours before their usual schedule to make sure they reach office on time. You are watching Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back. After the break, we continue with other national news. Minister for Communication and Information Technology, Gokul Baskota, has appealed to one and all to contribute for the grand celebration and success of the upcoming Constitution Day. The Prime Minister said during a discussion held by the main organizing committee of Constitution Day celebration yesterday that the government has announced a public holiday on that very day. Minister Baskota said that the government decided to give a public holiday expecting everyone's meaningful presence for the celebration of the Constitution Day on September the 20th.
यो संविधान दिवसलाई चाहिँ राष्ट्रिय दिवसको रूपमा मनाउने भन्ने जुन मूल थेम छ त्यो विभिन्न त्यसको कारण छ एउटा चाहिँ विभिन्न सेक्टर वाइज हिसाबले चाहिँ कसरी बुझ्छ संविधानलाई त्यो बेग्लै कुरा हो तर हामीले चाहिँ जम्मी प्रचार प्रसार गर्दाखेरि आकर्षक मान्छेको ध्यान कसरी आकर्षित गर्दिन सक्छौं भन्ने तर्फको सुझाव चाहिँ हामीलाई दिन्छ.
The organizing committee of the Constitution Day celebration has also requested the concerned stakeholders to provide the government with some good programs to mark the Constitution Day.
कन्सल्ट गर्ने हो कि होइन त त्यसो भएदेखि जस्तो राष्ट्रिय खालको चाहिँ गीतहरू चाहिँ बजाएर टुडी खेलमा दरबारी स्क्वायरमा उता कता युथहरूलाई त आकर्षण गर्ने हो नि त्यसले हुन सक्ला. हामीले यो प्रोग्रामहरूको सिफारिस गरौँ जहाँ मान्छेहरू चाहिँ आउन सकुन्. कति गत साल भन्दा फरक छ त्योभन्दा धेरै राम्रो बनाउनका निम्ति के चाहिँ गर्दा हुन्छ इनोभेटिभ आइडिया र प्रोग्रामहरू चाहिँ बताइदिनुहोस्।
The subcommittee, formed under the coordination of Communication Minister Gokul Prasad Baskota, has held a discussion with all the stakeholders of the media sector. The increase in the traffic jam in the Koteshwar section of the Bhaktapur-Kathmandu highway has frustrated not just the commuters but also the traffic police. Commuters have to leave their homes hours before they actually have to get to their offices on time. A report.
The Koteshwar junction has become a headache not just for the everyday commuters but also for the traffic police. The policemen in duty have grown tired of the dust and smoke. Besides this, the drivers often curse the traffic police for the mismanagement. The traffic police are forced to stand in the middle of the road, continuously whistling and directing a large number of vehicles every day in lack of technology to support them.
दिनानुदिन बढ्दै गएको सवारी चाह अनुसारको चाहिँ भौतिक पूर्वाधार नभएकोले अब त्यो अनुसारले त्यहाँ चाहिँ जाम हुने गरेको छ। जस्तो बालकुमारीबाट चाहिँ यता तीन कुनेतिर आउने चाहिँ फराकिलो सडक छ, त्यस्तै गरेर भक्तपुरबाट चाहिँ बानेश्वर अथवा चाहिँ बालकुमारी जाने बाटो फराकिलो छ।
The Kathmandu metropolitan city is planning to construct a flyover and underpass as well as alternate routes and fix the traffic lights to manage traffic congestion at Koteshwar.
भक्तपुरबाट आउने बसलाई सिधै कोटेश्वर चाहिँ नआउने जो चाहिँ पाटन क्षेत्र जाने बसहरूलाई चाहिँ सिधै चाहिँ अब उता चाहिँ बालकुमारी क्षेत्रभित्र लान सक्ने एउटा बाटो छ। त्यसको चाहिँ 32 वडाको ठ्याक्कै चाहिँ दक्षिण साइडमा हामीले चाहिँ कोरिडोर बनाएर अथवा त्यहाँ कोरिडोर पनि सडकले बनाइसकेको अवस्था छ। त्यो बाटोलाई प्रयोग हुँदै बालकुमारीसम्म लान सकिन्छ।
The commuters face the same problem of traffic congestion every day. These commuters are forced to leave their homes hours before to reach their offices at 10 a.m.
हामीलाई बानेश्वर पुग्नका लागि हैन जस्तो एभरेज टाइम कति लाग्छ त्यसको आधी घण्टा र तपाईको यही तपाईको लोखण्डलीदेखि कोटेश्वरसम्म नै आउन लाग्छ।
सबभन्दा बढी जामको समस्या भोगेका छौँ हामीले। जामको र त्यसपछिबाट चाहिँ यो वारी जान पारी आउनलाई अब उतातिर जानलाई अब त्यसपछि चाहिँ हामीले सबभन्दा मेन समस्या चाहिँ हामीले त्यही नै भोगिरहेका छौँ। यहाँबाट अब पारी जान पनि लगभग 10 मिनेट त अब गाडी ओहोरदोहोर गरिरहेछ। अब त्यो गाडी नरोकुन्जेल त हामी 10-15 मिनेट त हामी जाममै पर्यो।
Another major reason that has increased traffic in the section is the large number of long route vehicles leaving for the eastern districts from Kathmandu every day.
And now the news from the economic front. Entrepreneurs have expressed their anger towards the local government's decision to impose strict regulation on the brick kiln industry. Organizing a press conference in Kathmandu yesterday, the Federation of Brick Industries complained that the government has made the process of opening a new brick kiln or renewing the old license more complicated. The brick kiln entrepreneurs became furious after Namabuddha municipality recently ordered the raise down of a brick kiln in the region.
नेपाली नागरिकले ऐन कानुन पटक्क पेशा व्यवसाय गर्न पाउने हक र आफ्नो सम्पत्तिको सुरक्षा हुने संवैधानिक हक अधिकारको झन् बलियो रूपमा प्रत्याभूति हुनुपर्ने आम जनविश्वास रहँदै आएको छ। तर केही नगरपालिकाहरूले विद्यमान नियम कानुन अनुसार स्थापना भएका उद्योग व्यवसायमाथि नै नजर चलाएर सम्पत्तिमा क्षति पुर्याउने गरेको कार्य सरासर संवैधानिक हक हननको घटना भएको
The Ministry of Industry, Commerce and Supplies issued a directive on May 28, 2018 that the renewal or the new registration of brick kilns would have to be recommended by the local units. The agitation started after the local units took additional charge for renewal and registration of these brick kilns. A parliamentary subcommittee has failed to reach an agreement on granting citizenship to foreign nationals who marry Nepali citizens. The State Affairs Committee of the House of Representatives had formed the subcommittee on March 21st earlier this year to sort out the differences pertaining to the amendment of the Citizenship Bill. A report.
The subcommittee of the State Affairs Committee of Parliament has been unable to decide on the provision of granting citizenship to foreign nationals marrying Nepali citizens. The 9-member subcommittee headed by Nepal Communist Party lawmaker Bijay Subba has proposed granting citizenship to foreign women who marry Nepali citizen after 7 years, just like in India. A report presented to the State Affairs Committee is silent about granting citizenship to foreign men who marry Nepali women.
नेपाली पुरुषसँग विवाह गरेर आउने विदेशी महिलाले अहिले तत्काल पाउने व्यवस्था छ भने अब 7 वर्ष राख्नुपर्छ भन्ने करिब धेरैको मत छ। तर यसमा फरक मत चाहिँ के छ भने तराईबाट आउनुभएका मान्यज्यूहरू तराई केन्द्रित पार्टीका साथीहरू उहाँहरूले चाहिँ होइन पुरानो व्यवस्था कायम राख्नुपर्छ भन्नुहुन्छ। यो मिलेको छैन।
The subcommittee has recommended providing identity cards to foreign nationals marrying Nepali citizens for 7 years before granting citizenship. However, leaders of the ruling Nepal Communist Party themselves have been protesting against the citizenship bill, arguing that the bill is against national interest.
हैन अहिलेको नागरिकता विधेयकमा 6वटा कुरा राष्ट्रघाती प्रयोजन छ। त्यसमा राष्ट्रघातीको प्रयोजनले ल्याइएको छ। एउटा त के छ भने 63 सालमा जन्मको आधारमा नागरिकता दिएका मान्छेका शाखा सन्तान जति छन् आश्रय लिएर बसेका समेतलाई वंशजको नागरिकता दिने कुरा छ। त्यसकारण चाहिँ पहिला त 63 सालको नागरिकता विधेयक नै राष्ट्रघाती हो। राष्ट्रघाती विधेयक अनुसार दिएको नागरिकता नै विदेशीहरूलाई दिएको छ।
Party leaders have demanded a powerful commission to collect data on citizenship distribution.
विधेयक राष्ट्रघाती छैन। किन छैन भने अहिलेको अवस्थामा सम्बोधन गर्नुपर्ने विषयहरूलाई सम्बोधन गर्न भनेर ल्याइएको यो सरकारको प्रस्ताव हो। यो प्रस्ताव आफैमा राष्ट्रघाती राष्ट्रवादी भन्ने बेलाको होइन। यो सरकारले यो गर्नुपर्छ भन्यो, त्यो छलफलमा छ। अहिले राज्य व्यवस्था तथा सुशासन समितिको छलफलमा छ।
As the subcommittee has failed to reach a consensus on the issue, the State Affairs Committee itself will be making the final report.
Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for more international news. Welcome back, and now the international news. Washington approved the sale of anti-ballistic missiles worth $3.3 billion to Japan on Tuesday. The deal was finalized after a series of new ballistic missile tests by North Korea that could threaten the US ally. Japan will buy up to 73 SM-3 Block II missiles, which are designed to be fired by the shipboard Aegis system to intercept incoming ballistic missiles, the Pentagon said. The sale comes as North Korea is expanding its offensive missile capabilities. The North has proved over the past 2 years the ability to launch medium and long-range ballistic missiles, potentially nuclear-tipped, that could hit both Japan and the United States. This month, North Korea has carried out 7 tests of new short-range ballistic missiles, at least one of which flew far enough to reach Japan. The Pentagon also approved new arms sales to Hungary, South Korea, Lithuania and Denmark worth $943 million altogether. Hungary will buy 180 AIM-120C7 advanced medium-range air-to-air missiles, the large defense contractor said. Denmark will buy low-frequency sonar systems and sonboys from Lockheed Martin. Lithuania will obtain 500 Joint Light Tactical Vehicles, and South Korea will buy 31 Mk-54 lightweight torpedoes. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson yesterday announced the suspension of Parliament in the final weeks before Britain's EU departure date, enraging anti-Brexit MPs. The AFP reported that the pound slid on the surprise news, which opponents branded as coup and a declaration of war. The Conservative leader's move to close Parliament for a month will give pro-EU lawmakers less time than they expected to try to thwart his plans for a possible no-deal Brexit on October the 31st. According to AFP, Queen Elizabeth II has approved a request to close what has been the longest session of Parliament in nearly 400 years. The Parliament will reopen on October 14, setting out Johnson's fresh legislative programme. Johnson's announcement came after 6 opposition parties said on Tuesday they would first seek to legislate to prevent leaving the EU without a deal when Parliament returns from a summer recess next week. An EU summit on October 17-18 could decide whether Britain ends its 4 decades of membership without a withdrawal agreement that governs future trade relations and citizens' rights. Johnson said it was completely untrue that the move was designed to stop MPs blocking his Brexit strategy. You are watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. Roger Federer bounced back from a set-down to defeat Bosnian Damir Dzumhur to reach the US Open third round. The world number 3, Federer, was not his usual self in the first set, which he lost 3-6 with 17 unforced errors. The 38-year-old Swiss did, however, muscle back into the match, winning the second set 6-2. He won the match 3-6, 6-2, 6-3, 6-4. The crowd in the Arthur Ashe Stadium cheered for Federer, chasing his 21st Grand Slam title. In other matches, Rafael Nadal beat Australian John Millman in straight sets of 6-3, 6-2, 6-2 to move to the second round. In the women's side, 5th seed Alina Svitolina defeated American Venus Williams in straight sets of 6-4, 6-4. The 3rd seed Karolina Pliskova moved to the second round, defeating Georgian Bolksvadze 6-1, 6-4 in 66 minutes. Europe's football governing body, UEFA, will name its Men's Player of the Year later today. Familiar foes Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi are among the top 3 contenders for the award. However, the inclusion of Virgil van Dijk, the Dutch and Liverpool defender, has started a fresh trend of defenders being nominated for the title. After a stellar season with Liverpool, where he saw them become the champions of Europe, Van Dijk was named in the top 3. Liverpool beat Messi's team Barcelona in a miraculous comeback in the Champions League semi-final second leg, where Van Dijk was instrumental. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin, and the headlines once again. Prime Minister Oli's health normal, treatment to complete by next week. Deuba says government trying to impose communist rule, urges public to protect democracy, human rights and media freedom. Brick kiln operators against new regulations. Registration and renewal of license becomes more complicated. UK PM suspends Parliament. Surprise move sparks outrage. And a Federer into third round of US Open, Venus Williams crashes out. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamachar.com. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.